Hey guys, it's Casey here from Melbourne Reiki and Wellness, and I've come to you with another short chat on all things Reiki coaching and yoga. Today I'd like to share a book that I've been recently reading. It's called Conversations with God by Neale Donald Walsch. If you haven't read it before, I'd highly recommend. I have to admit, I've had this book for many years and I've read it a couple of times, and this is I just suddenly got a calling to read this book again, and I came across a paragraph where the author describes life as not something that we need to be in battle with, not something like that we need to be in competition with, but rather life is more of a process, and that if life was not a competition or not a battle, then is there really such thing as success and failure? And I was reading this book outside in the sun a few days ago, and it kind of, these words started to process in my brain, and I got a bit of a light bulb moment. And I think sometimes you hear these things, but you don't really absorb the meaning of the words. And it's so interesting because talking to my clients, there's a lot of fear around leaving their job to try something new, or, moving house or moving overseas or whatever it might be. There's a lot of change in the air at the moment. And we often get scared, like, will I have to start all over again? Or how am I going to meet new people or new friends? Or what am I going to do when I get to this new stage of life or this new location or doing this new job? And it can be quite a scary thing sometimes. But if we change our mindset in how we look at the situation, and instead of life being something that we have to be successful at, or maybe it's like having that job means success to you, or maybe it's some inner happiness that means that you're successful, or maybe it's having a family that's, you'd feel more successful. Whatever it might be, even just the word success by nature means that there has to also be, the opposite of success, or not successful, unsuccessful, which could be maybe failure. It might not be failure, it might just be not successful either. But either way, there has to be duality. If there is success, then there is not successful as well. But life is not something that we need to compete in, or it's not a game that we need to necessarily play. I think it's a really nice way to look at life as a process or an experience. I'm sure we've all had times where, you've failed, or you've done something that you're like, oh, that didn't work out, or you've spent a heap of money on a course that you never really finished, or you never really did anything with later on. I know I've definitely been guilty of that. I've done a lot of courses in my time, and then tried different things, started different businesses, and they haven't really gone anywhere. But I look back now, and in actual fact, everything has been a learning process. I've learned through every experience, and there is no such thing as wasted time, or wasted relationship, or wasted opportunities, because we make of it what we want to. And if we see life as a process, like, something that we're just working through, something that we're just growing with and moving through, then there is no such thing as failure either, nor is there such thing as success. And I think if we can take the time just to process that for a moment, wow, what if there was no such thing as failure, then we can't fail. We can't fail. So if we can't fail, then what is possible? And I think that notion can really open up our mind and our eyes to opportunities that we've kind of been blinkered to by our own mind in the past. If we can't fail, if everything is an experience to be learning from or to be growing through, then why not go overseas? Or why not try and do something different or change jobs? Why not, put yourself out there to meet a new partner or whatever it might be? Life is not perfect, and it doesn't have to be successful, whatever that means to you. Life is just an experience, and we are the ones that label it successful or failure or good or bad. Maybe we can take away that label as well, because I think there is a learning opportunity in every single experience that we have. So some food for thought. The book, again, if you'd like to read it, is called Conversations with God. He does talk about this in one of his paragraphs. He talks about a lot of other things as well, but if this has sparked your interest, then maybe you might be interested in reading this book as well. I'll pop the title and the author below, But if you have any questions in the meantime, then please get in touch. I'll link my details below as well. Have a wonderful day. See you later.